Hello, my name is Mestre, and I'm going to talk about language error, in particular about errors produced at the level of coherence in a text written by a student. To do that, we will first refresh what is coherence. Coherence is obtained from different factors, which combine to make every paragraph, sentence, and phrase contribute to the meaning of the whole piece. In writing, coherence is more complicated to sustain than speech, because there exist no non-verbal clues to support the message. It is the product of two factors, paragraph unity and sentence cohesion. Talking about coherence, Halliday Hassan described it as a texture. They describe the difference between a text and a non-text as having or not having texture. Texture is provided by the cohesive relations, so the links, the unions, the glue within the text, which they called cohesive devices. Widdowson also considered the importance of coherence, but he said that there was no need for overt linguistically signaled cohesion. Corll included the reader in the interpretation of coherence and cohesion in a text, and Brown and Ewell questioned whether it was sufficient and necessary. In this text that we're going to analyze, we're going to be focusing on verb tense and pronoun agreement and see how important they are in the understanding of a text. It is important that students remember to choose a right tense in their compositions and then keep it throughout them, as well as to be consistent in the use of the pronouns. Let's read this. It is a summary of a film. It says the movie is about a fish, Nemo. A day, a shark eats the mother of Nemo. So therefore we're choosing to talk about this in the present tense. And all eggs. Only Nemo and your father survive. Here the use of the second person pronoun is inappropriate because we're talking about him. First day of school of Nemo, 2 submarines got him, so the student here switches from the present to the past, which we're going to change, gets him and takes him away to Sydney. As you can see, we're only focusing in the correction of verb tenses and pronouns. Every other problems that text might have remain. Now the student changes to her father when we are talking about his and him all the time. Very afraid follows the board of submarines, but he doesn't get to arrive. Doesn't get to arrive is a verb that we don't really understand. However, the tense is the present, so we'll just leave it as it is. Merlin meets Dory, a fish that lost. So we'll change this to the present tense. Together, they begin to look up for Nemo. They found a shark that doesn't eat fish, and the shark takes them to a sunken ship. So the student here chooses to talk about Merlin and Dory as them, but then repeats the shark and the shark and the shark over and over. This could probably be improved by switching this. Then they escape and found. So here again, the student has changed to the past. A whale eats them, but she releases them in the port of Sydney. Once there, a gull takes them to the dentist. Where is your son Nemo? There's not my son Nemo, it is his son Nemo. Or even better, Merlin's son Nemo. When they arrive there, his son He's in a bag, and he thinks that his son is dead. So he leaves with the goal, apparently, to return home. But Nemo gets to escape and swims very fast and finds Dory. She doesn't remember, but then she remembers, and then finally they find Melon and return home. In this analysis, we have seen the importance of keeping the same tense throughout a composition and not going back and forth between the present and the past. And then we have also analyzed the use of the pronouns throughout the text and their importance they have in the understanding of the message.